This sound like a three-peat. Season 3 of that Rick T. I said this sound like a three-peat. Season 3 of that Rick T. Yeah? Look, this sound like a three-peat. Season 3 of that Rick T. Man, all the stats, all the facts on your favorite team, they ball out. Work hard and maybe you can make the lead. Try to treat me like I'm number 2, but I was Jalen Green. I get my news from the pod when I get off. I just saw a clip of Tom Brady getting picked off. Work days, no days off. Sun up to sundown. You know I'ma do my dance whenever I touch down. Then go sign me a max, give me a bust down. My team always play by the rules, the other side foul. Championships is what I'm about. This that lockdown D. And me and Steph, yeah, shout out cause we put on the 3. Real Glacier Boys fan, you can tell by my teeth. And I'm always in the field, you can tell by my cleats. Eric, Justin, and Tony is on your news feed. Best sport pod in the world, it's that Rick T. This sound like a three-peat. This that Rick T. I said this sound like a three-peat. Yeah, now we on your news feed. Yeah, this sound like a three-peat. It's just that Rick T. Best sport pod in the world. This is season 3.
And we are live and back and better than ever with the Rick T podcast, Rick T pregame show, NFL Week 15. I'm your host, Eric Holmes, along with the boys, T Cave 22 and J Money. What's up, fellas? How you boys doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm ready to get talking some ball. Justin, how you living, bro?
Man, Sunday, I'm ready to see some people get trucked, some quarterbacks get sacked, you know what I mean? Interceptions, missed field goals. I'm here for it all.
Yes, sir, man. And I would like to welcome everybody tuning in here in the chat. TB12 for real. Let's fucking go. RTP, my guy Lil J6. My guy Asher. What's up? What's good, RTP peeps? Another game day is here, and you are right about that. My guy T, Justin, and myself will be throughout the chat as well to talk to you guys and get all your guys' questions and stuff answered. But like I said, this is the Rick T pregame show, NFL Week 15. We've been doing it since week 1, and we're happy to be here every Sunday morning to give you guys fantasy advice, talk some NFL news, and of course, get our NFL pick'ems out there, man. So before we get into the show, man, I do want to go ahead and tell you this show is sponsored by W Energy Blend. W was formulated to give you focus and energy with no jitters or crash. The formula contains vitamins, amino acid, nootropics, including patented the neurofactors. No calories, no sugar, no filters, no artificial flavors. Sony.
All you got to do is use code RTP to get 10% off your first order so you're not looking like me, tired in the morning, live on the podcast.
Be like that, man. Sunday mornings, man. It definitely goes like that on Sunday mornings, bro. But to start off the Rick T pregame show, NFL Week 15, let's start off with Thursday night's game, bro. It was a hell of a game. It was the San Francisco 49ers traveling to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And the 49ers ended up taking this one 21-13. And I know you boys watched that. We go ahead and text throughout the game, get our parlays out and stuff like that. So, Justin, starting off with you, bro, how did you feel about the game on Thursday with the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks?
You know what? I thought that the Seahawks were going to win this. They were playing good all season behind Geno Smith. Kind of got some options there with Kenneth Walker and Noah Fant. Pretty solid defense, but Mr. Irrelevant, Purdy, came out and proved himself once again. It shows the guys are backing him in the locker room. He said he just goes in there, works hard and was ready for his opportunity. You heard Kittle say it after that game that, he's really stepped up to the plate and has a lot of confidence. So I think that backs the 49ers a lot. He said, I just go out there and do whatever Kyle says. So he's listening to the coach. He's a tuned up dude. And, a lot of times I don't really think that you see Mr. Irrelevant being a quarterback and then him being in this position where, the team's all right, man. They got a good squad. Losing Debo, man, that was really bad. But other than that, man, it was awesome to see, Mr. Irrelevant lead that victory win Thursday Night Football, man.
Facts, man. And one thing I do want to say before I get to Tony, the Pat McAfee boost hit for like the first time in like 9 weeks. And I think everybody was riding that. If you weren't, you missed out on a good one, man. I think it was George Kittle touchdown, Christian McCaffrey touchdown, and Christian McCaffrey plus 80 yards receiving and rushing combined. So, shmoney. It was
Easy
definitely
money
shmoney. Tony, swinging it over to you, bro. How do you feel about this San Francisco 49ers versus Seattle Seahawks Thursday night prime time game? And if I will say, it probably was the first good prime game all year long. Thursday night's games are usually boring as hell, but this one was a good one. So how are you feeling on it, bro?
It was a lot more competitive than I thought it was going to be. I thought the Seahawks were going to get blown out in this one, but this game with the Super Boost and another bet that I placed paid half my rent. So I loved this game. This game was awesome all around. So I really like Mr. Irrelevant. I think he's starting to prove himself in this league, and he's a humble guy. He's almost a little bit too humble. Kittle had to step up in the interview after the game and be like, no, hold on. Let me give you credit where your credit is due. So I like Mr. Irrelevant. I honestly think that they should roll with him. I think that he's their guy. I think that they were struggling with Trey. They were struggling with Jimmy. They now found something that works, so keep it moving. As much as I hate it as a Broncos fan because we have their draft pick, the more they keep winning, the more that our draft pick slides. But, it's cool to watch Mr. Irrelevant proving that he's relevant.
Facts, bro.
Yeah,
And I definitely thought when, Jimmy Garoppolo went down and sitting where the 49ers were sitting, I was like, Dallas may have to play them sometime in the playoffs, and I would love to play against a Brock Purdy. Now, after a couple weeks, I'm sitting here kind of taken back, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I don't want to play these guys. Like, we thought they were going to be down on offense. Christian McCaffrey is a workhorse. He's carrying that team. Deebo Samuel will be back before playoffs. Brandon Ayuk is pretty nice. George Kittle is finally getting under his feet. And that defense, the number one defense in the NFL, is showing why they're the number one defense in the NFL, man. And even as Dallas fans, I pipe up, Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs, but nothing compares to the 49ers defense this year. It's scary as hell, bro. 49ers is something different.
Hey, hats off to Coach Shanahan, because I'm in the same quarterback boat with my fantasy league. I had my guy, Trey Lance, a.k.a. Kyler Murray, got banged up. I go get Jimmy Garoppolo, literally same position, lose my Jimmy Garoppolo. You know what I mean? So now, hats off to Mr. Shanahan. He knows what he's doing. Now I got Mr. Relevant in there too, Daniel Jones.
Oh, yeah, man. And I love it. You love to see a Mr. Relevant. So this next picture I'm going to show, I don't know if you guys can see it. You guys will see it after. It's a half picture of Brock Purdy's face, right?
Mm-hmm.
This next picture I'm going to show is a half picture of Ravens coach John Harbaugh's face, right?
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, and then you put them together, bro. Purdy looks just like a young John Harbaugh. When you put him together, it's creepy, bro.
It is.
You almost said John Purdy.
I did. I almost did say John Purdy.
John
You might as
Purdy.
well call him John Purdy because them boys look just alike. But I just thought that
They
was
do.
something the fans might get a good giggle out, man. And Astro, a Cowboys fan in the chat says, no, we don't. No 49ers in the playoffs. Yeah, let's hope we don't have to see him. And whoever has to see him, I know they're not going to like the situation they're in going into that game. So it'll be interesting to see, bro. I'm excited. Let's talk about something else, bro. Let's talk about these Saturday games, bro. So getting into it, I'm showing you guys the Saturday Showdown, December 17th, which was yesterday. We had 3 NFL games. It was almost like we get a full weekend of NFL football and NFL slates. So the 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time game was the Indianapolis Colts versus Minnesota Vikings. We'll talk about that in a second. The second game, the 4 p.m. game, 2 p.m. game Mountain Standard Time, was the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cleveland Browns. And then the Saturday night game, the 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time game, was the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills. So let's start off with this one. Tony, I'll give you the opinions first. Colts, 36. Vikings, 39 in overtime. The Vikings were down 33-0 in the first half. Tony, go ahead and take it away, man. What was your opinions on the whole thing?
So, I mean, my opinion is going to be the same thing that everybody's already said that you've seen all over the internet. What I do want to do is just kind of tell you what my morning looked like yesterday. So, our constant viewer. He's in here all the time. Sometimes he doesn't comment, but a great mistake, Mikey. It was his birthday yesterday, right? He's a big Vikings fan. He was like, "Yo, you want to play some COD for the Vikings game? Sit down and watch it." I was like, "Yeah, cool." He's having trouble watching it. I'm watching it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to put $50 on the Vikings when they were down 10. I let it ride, and then won me some good money on that. And so this whole time, Mikey couldn't watch it. I'm just sitting there relaying him the whole game, and it was fucking fun to watch. But there's not really much that I can say that hasn't been already said. So,
baby, baby, that was a good ass game, bro. Justin,
it was fun to watch.
Vikings 39, Colts 36 in overtime.
Right.
One more time, the biggest comeback in NFL history we got to watch yesterday. How are you feeling on it?
Man, Dalvin Cook is a beast, man. Jay Jetta's got the routes. I mean, Kirk doesn't ever give up. Vikings are unstoppable when they want to be. I mean, granted, Dallas did put a mud hole in them, but I don't know, man. I think when this team's on, they're on. I think it's only a matter of time, honestly, before you see a player like Justin Jefferson win a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see him going through his career, especially not much longer, and not winning a Super Bowl. So that's something that I'm kind of weighing on, especially if it's a big comeback like that. I mean, I do like the Vikings to go all the way this year. Kind of have been the underdog all year, but have been that lights out team that can perform and, just come back like that. Like, that's what you need right there. So we'll see, man. We'll be seeing.
Like you said, the Vikings are one of those teams where even down 33-0, I think everyone had a little doubt, like, okay, this game's over. But I didn't think they were 100% out of it. I was like, okay, Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, like you said, those three together might be the best trio in the NFL right now.
Once I saw the 14-point differential around the end of the third quarter, I was like, this is possible. This is possible. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna keep focusing on COD over here. But
Facts, man. And it was a good game. One thing I do want to say is Matt Ryan has been behind probably two of the worst comebacks in NFL history. One being in the Super Bowl against Tom Brady, up 28-3 with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. And then yesterday he was up 33-0 in the first half. And he let both of those slip away. Obviously, he's not playing defense, but I think this might be something that we might want to check out. This might ruin his resume. You know what I mean? If he's trying to play any more years after this year and he doesn't end up being a Colt, this might fuck up everything for him. Like, bro, Matt Ryan's going to ruin the big games for us, man. So I'm not too sure how I feel about him. Matt Ryan obviously had a great career in Atlanta, went to the Indianapolis Colts, and is probably having one of the worst possible seasons that he probably imagined, man. So shout out Matt Ryan. It's probably time to hang the cleats up, man. So whatever. Moving on to the second game. And this one, I mean, the Ravens were the dog in this one, but I think most of the money were on the Ravens yesterday. But they fall 3-13 to the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson gets his first home victory. Justin, let's talk to you first, man. How are you feeling about this one?
Yeah, man, I liked it. I had ran a little teaser yesterday, and I had Ravens plus the 10.5. I kind of knew that without no Lamar, playing this Cleveland Browns team that seems to have their number lately in recent years, I just kind of knew it. But yeah, man, I don't know. Real boring game considering what we watched the first half of the day.
100%, man. Like you said, it was definitely a boring game compared to what we watched in the morning game and then at the night game compared to. Let's hit chat real quick. Lil J6 said Lamar carries the Ravens, and it shows. And it definitely 100%. Does, man. After we're done talking about these Saturday games, I'll go ahead and show you guys the RTP Twitter recap of the Saturday games, which I think those are always a blast to look at, and you get a little quick laugh out of those. Tony, swinging it to you, man. Baltimore Ravens 3, Cleveland Browns 13. How are you feeling about that game?
I see some inconsistency in Deshaun Watson already. He's only played 3 games, but I'm already kind of seeing a roller coaster here. And I don't know if it's the mental stuff going on with everything that he's been through, if it's rust, because he hasn't played in a while. But I mean, I'm seeing inconsistency, and it's a dangerous thing for the Browns when they paid so much money for him. So we want to keep an eye on that, because that could be hands down the worst trade in the history of the NFL. And my team traded for Russell Wilson. So it's something to keep an eye on. But I mean, good for them. They're able to get on track. They're able to get a win. Deshaun Watson's able to get that first one out of the way. So we'll see what happens.
Facts, man. Facts. I really don't have much to say about that game. I agree with both of you guys. It was a real big snooze fest, and I do see a lot of inconsistencies between Deshaun Watson and maybe he's just knocking the rust off, but I don't know. We need to see later in the season because the Browns still have a playoff hope now that they won that game yesterday. So we'll see if they end up making it through the wild card or what.
Jay, we didn't trade for a guy with 22 counts.
Little J6 say, nope, Russ is still the worst trade ever. Either him or Brittany Griner, in my opinion. But we're not going to go there. Let's get an update on the FIFA World Cup. Argentina, France, Mbappe versus Messi. It is in extra time. It is in the 100th minute, tied 2-2. Who's coming out with this one? Real quick guess, Justin. France, Argentina.
Draw. No draw, huh? It come down to penalties?
Has to, yeah. No, you can't draw the FIFA World Cup.
I'm feeling it's got to be a Messi win. I mean, I was with the France guy, and then he hopped off board, so I was like, man, screw this. And then I seen this damn video, Joe Rogan talking to Lex Friedman about how Messi has been there for like 20 years, but has never led his team to an actual final. This is the year, man. Argentina's got it. Drake priced $1 million on the damn money line too. Come on now. It's Argentina. If not, I don't know what's going on. I guess Mbappe is the GOAT, but I'm backing Messi.
Tony, before I get to you, Mbappe is 1 goal away from tying the most goals in World Cup history. And this is his second World Cup in 2 years, and he's not even 25. Tony, who's winning this, Argentina or France?
I'm going Argentina here, but this is if someone said explain to me in football terms what this game is, it would be Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes.
I like it. Young GOAT versus old GOAT.
I feel like a Drew Brees versus Tom Brady. Or no, the young GOAT, it would be like okay. But maybe Messi is like a Drew Brees. I feel like Ronaldo's definitely
TB12. Okay, I like it. Me personally, man, I'm going France. Just going off of experience. These guys were literally here last year. They know what this means to them. They were holding the title up last year. They know what the emotions they felt. There's no way they're going to let this slip away down or tied 2-2 when they were down 2-0 going into extra minutes in the 101 minutes. Oh, they got to win this. Go France.
I just want to go to one of those games and
you wearing a flag around you and shit.
When we can have beer, though. No offense, but beer.
Well, we could have some beer. I 100% agree, man. I'll let you guys know if anyone scores or if this goes into extra minutes or a kick out, man, or a shootout. Let's talk about this last Saturday night showdown game. Dolphins versus Bills. They traveled to the cold tundra. It's starting to be known as the tundra, I feel like. It used to be Green Bay. Now it's starting to be a little bit of Buffalo, man. Everyone knows that Buffalo snow is something real. But the Dolphins dropped this one in the late minutes, 29-32 to Josh Allen and the rest of the Buffalo Bills. Tony, coming to you first, man. You're an honorary Buffalo Bills fan for probably the last 2 years. How you feeling about this one? Were you sweating?
Real quick, in chat, Jay saying next World Cup is in Dallas. You were mentioning that before the show, so definitely wanted to bring that up.
So it is in Dallas.
Yeah, so that's what we were thinking of when what event was going to Dallas. But this game was cool to watch. It was a great game to watch. Fun as hell to watch, actually, because people were throwing snowballs all over the place. We actually did end up getting some snow towards the end of the game. We thought we weren't going to get any, but we did get a little bit of a snowball. Refs might have bailed out the Bills a little bit, just a little bit. But I all around, it was a great game to watch. Anytime a division Titan matchup like that is going down, it's super fun to watch.
100%, man. Justin, swinging it to you. Bills 32, Miami 29. How you feeling on this one?
To be honest, I thought the Bills would have done a little bit more damage, being, not many players, like when you were looking at the little statistics whenever it was supposed to be this big snow game. There wasn't many players that played in cold weather on the Miami Dolphins, Tua being one of them, their main guy. It's like, man, but you seen McDaniel was all hyped up. He wore that I wish it was colder shirt and stuff. Like, I thought it was a good heated rivalry with two teams that definitely have a shot at definitely some some postseason play. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I do like Miami if they can stay healthy, but the Bills, to be honest, I feel like are the biggest like trap team / letdown. I hate to say it, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get it done against like Patrick Mahomes or even Kirk Banks. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll have to see. But Bills are kind of on my downslope, and I'd say Vikings, Dolphins kind of on the upslope.
I like it, man, and I 100% agree with both of you guys, man. The Bills are a good team, but I gotta agree with Justin Moore that the Bills have let up more games in the past like 5-6 weeks than they probably should have. You know what I mean? They're losing games to the Jets. They're having close games against Miami in Buffalo in the snow. Like, that's not something that should probably really happen. But one thing I will say is those refs definitely bailed out Buffalo a little bit, I will say. But Miami looks good as hell, bro. Micah Parsons went on Von Miller's podcast last week, and he's like, how you feel about the Super Bowl? And he said, I like Miami in the AFC. And I sat there and watched that, and I was like, Miami? Like, what do you see in Miami that everybody else is not seeing? So I really opened my eyes last night and watched Miami. It's a talented bunch. Raheem Mostert, Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, any of them can snap at any moment, and that defense is solid. If they're playing man up against the Bills and not letting any deep balls go, and, you know, Trayvon Diggs is Trayvon Diggs and Josh Allen is Josh Allen, and they played well against them. So I think Miami is definitely a contender for the Super Bowl this year.
One thing that is not getting talked about enough this year, though, is that this league this year is so much more competitive than we've seen in the past 5 years, at least. Just all around, it's more competitive. You have teams like Houston putting up, you know, good numbers against good teams like Dallas. And sorry to bring that up, Eric. You guys, it's a win's a win, just like you've been saying. A win's a win.
Yeah.
But I agree with Lil J6 on this one. Miami is probably going to be a first-round exit. I do agree with that, Jay. This league is super competitive, and anybody can win on any Sunday. It's not for sure who's winning this. I don't think the Eagles are even my favorite to win the Super Bowl this year. So
Minnesota
out of the NFC. They got to go
It's
through
Minnesota.
They got to go through us.
Give me soda.
I think so. Let me just say this. I think if you want to break down the playoffs, there's real life 3 AFC contenders and 3 NFC contenders that real life have a chance at the Super Bowl. In the NFC, for me, it's the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the Vikings. I feel like that's the top of the line. And
the AFC has to be Patriots, Bills, Chiefs, and who are we going for third?
I like Miami.
Or the Bengals.
Nah, I don't like the Bengals in this one.
They're about to expose the Bucks.
So let me say this. I'm
We'll
not
get
going
into
to
that.
say no to the Bengals, but I'm going to say the same thing with 2 teams, both teams out of the AFC and NFC. Dallas today is a big statement game. If we struggle against the Jags today, I won't lie, I'm worried about us in playoffs. But if we kick the shit out of them, I think we're on the right path. Same thing with the Bengals. If the Bengals struggle today with Tampa Bay, I don't like them. I don't like them in the playoffs. But if they kick the shit out of Tampa Bay like they should, okay, I'm on board. You know what I mean? And
But here's the problem with that is that
Pat's in the fucking chat. He's a Giants fan.
I'm all excited because I accidentally said that. That's my fault. But here's the you can't judge a team off of how they do against Tom Brady, in my opinion. As much as they're not a good team this year, Tom Brady's still fucking Tom Brady.
I feel it.
But it's Tom Brady and that defense, though, too.
So
Yeah.
let me go ahead and hit.
All right.
Let me hit chat real quick. On YouTube, the Clarks, Don and Mike Clark. Hi, kids. Playoff weekend, baby.
good?
I got 3 teams in this week. Well, congratulations, fucking Don. Congratulations. You lucky
Hell yeah.
motherfucker. Mike Clark, howdy, running late. No problem, man. As long as you tune in, we appreciate you guys more than you guys know. And then Matt Faraci. Morning, fellas. Matt.
What's good, Faraci?
Matt, my
Miss you,
boy.
man.
Yeah, I miss you too, man. When you getting back to Colorado, bro?
Yeah.
I know you.
Hey.
I know you was out in somewhere hitting the NHL game yesterday.
I thought I thought I had a matchup in our league today, and then I looked, and the matchups are good, man. So good luck to you guys, and it looks like Don and Mike actually have a bye.
Oh no! Here we go, Jay.
Yep. Let me go ahead
Here we go,
and put it up. I got the playoff bracket. I was saving it
I'll
towards the
take some
end,
coffee
but
for you, too.
In it.
let's go ahead and talk about it. This is the RTP 1.2K Showdown matchups this week. So at 1 and 2 with the buys, we got Beats by Ray, my boy Jay Quill, and Hot Chitlin Juice, Don and Mike Clark. They're sitting here comfortably this week. And then in the 2 matchups this week, we got Hot Chub Time Machine, Jello, projected 120 points against Tailor Made Maniacs, projected 133. He's having a pretty good game so far.
Yeah, he's whooping.
And then we have Vanilla Vic, my boy Jason Zegan, our guy, the Bookie's Bookie, going against Shot My Waddle, which is my pops. And Jason's projected to win 125 to 118. That's going to be a good game. So I'll definitely be watching those. Wait, y'all 3 didn't make playoffs in fantasy? Jalen, don't start.
We
don't
didn't.
start.
Hey, but comeback player of the year right here. I started out 1 and 5, and then I barely missed. Barely missed, man.
Look, man,
I should be playing Dallas right now.
Matt saying just got back, bro. This year was so frustrating in this league. Matt got hoed all year long, and I only got hoed in the last week. I won't blame anybody but Noah Fant. The guy put up 0 points last week when I played Tony, and I lost by 1.2 points. And then on Thursday or whenever he played, the motherfucker put up like 10.5 points with a touchdown. I was so pissed, man. Yo, y'all ass and y'all kicked me out. I'm on track to win my league. Gonna get a cool little $700. Y'all can get ready to come down to the G League. None of us finished last, Jay. None of us finished last, and you're in the G League for a reason. And Noah balled out this week, and that's exactly.
I'll
what
come
I'm
take your
saying,
$700 next year.
Yeah, Justin, you want to
Come
drop down?
in.
You want to drop down to the G League?
No, I'll be in both leagues.
Nah, you
I'll
can't.
be in a couple.
Jalen's is the little showdown. The little showdown. The G League showdown.
How's he got the same money as us?
Because he does his own little league.
you
He does
know
his
what
own
I'm
little
saying?
league, man.
Nah, I don't know, man. We'll see.
Matt saying, come back
Hey, I didn't
next
play last
year,
year, Lil
Jay. Y'all cheated me out last year. Jalen, don't even start. We're not doing this with you, bro.
Yeah, I didn't even play last year.
We're not even doing this with you. Let's talk about the Week 17 matchups and schedule, I guess you can say. So this week, Week 16, and I think I have these as well. Week 16 was kind of a shit show. So on Thursday, this week's 15, right?
Yeah, it was week 15.
Okay, so week 15, we had a Thursday night game, we had a Saturday night game, or 3 Saturday day games, and then this week we have, I believe, 10 Sunday night games, or 10 Sunday games.
6 in the morning, 4 in the end.
Okay, so 10, yep, we're good. Week 16, let me pop it up for people to see. On Thursday, we have a game, Jaguars-Jets. And then on Saturday next week, we have 10 games, followed with the Raiders versus Steelers Holiday Classic. I believe that's the Saturday night game. On Sunday
Christmas
next
Eve.
week, we only have 3 games. There's a morning game, an afternoon game, and a Sunday night game. So next week is going to be flopped. Next week, everybody should be watching football on Saturday and not Sunday, to where Sunday is only 3 games. And then, of course, we have a Monday night game. So the next couple weeks are going to be messed up. Week 17, Thursday night game, Dallas versus Titans. Sunday, there's 13 games, so no Saturday games in Week 17. And then Monday night, Bills versus Bengals. And then the regular season finale, we have a 2-game slate on Saturday, and then a 14-game slate on Sunday. So I just wanted to let everybody know kind of the schedule for the next couple weeks for the NFL.
Argentina wins.
No, you're lying. No.
Yep. And none other than Messi scored it.
Off the fucking knee too. I mean, they didn't win. There's still time. No?
That's game. It's
not.
sudden death.
Is it?
Yeah.
See, Serge is saying they didn't win yet. There's time. It's not sudden
It
death.
says FIFA World Cup 2022 final. Argentina 3, France 2.
Man, where are you seeing this?
On the TV right now.
I don't think they won yet, bro. I think there's time. I don't
What?
know. I don't know soccer like that, but I know Serge does.
Me neither. The clock's still going, so maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's almost like they give him like 2 extra little halves or whatever.
Bro's crying on the bench.
Who?
It's a wrap. Somebody's crying on the bench. It's a wrap.
Well, goddamn, man. They're crying because this means a lot to him, okay, Tony? Jesus. All right, so let's talk about some Sunday slates. I have 3 games specifically that I want us to talk about. So instead of locks of the week, I'm giving us games, and we're going to give the locks on the games, all right? So let's go through these games real quick. Thursday, of course, 49ers, Seahawks, and then we had the 3 Saturday games yesterday. At 11 a.m. today, we have the Falcons +4 against the New Orleans Saints. The Lions -1.5 versus the New York Jets. The Chiefs -14 versus the Houston Texans. The Eagles -9 versus the Chicago Bears. The Steelers +3 versus the Carolina Panthers. Look at the Carolina Panthers being a favorite. Dallas -4 versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Sorry about that. And then we go to the 2 p.m. games, 4 p.m. Eastern time. We have the Arizona Cardinals +3 versus the Denver Broncos. Look at the Broncos being a favorite. Tony?
It's down to 1.5 now.
Holy shit. Okay, maybe a favorite. We have the New England Patriots +1.5 versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Justin, did that move?
Yeah, we're at 2 now. We're favored by 2.
Nice. I
so
like
that means,
that.
Yeah, we're the better.
I like that. We have the Tennessee Titans +3 versus the Los Angeles Chargers. That's still steady.
Yep.
Bengals -3.5 versus the Bucks.
Steady.
And then we're going Sunday night game. Giants +4.5 versus the Washington Commanders. That's still there?
That's still there.
Ooh, I got Washington. That's not
I'd
a
run
trap.
I'd run that Giants line up to 10.5.
Ooh, really?
I got a teaser out, so I might do a little late game teaser too if I can.
And you know, I called
That's
I called that game 2 weeks ago, so that's definitely a game I'm interested in talking about. And then we're going to Monday night game. This might be the worst Monday night game I've seen so far this fucking year. We have the LA Rams +6.5 versus the horrible Green Bay Packers -6.5. That's still there, Justin?
6.5.
Yep.
It's at 7 now.
Wow.
Green Bay is favored by 7.
I might take the Rams. Maybe. But anyway, here's the 3 games I want us to talk about. So, Detroit versus New York. I like that one. I think I'm interested in giving Tony this game. All right, Tony, give me a second. The next game we're going to talk about, Bengals versus Bucks. Justin, Joe Burr versus Tom Brady. This game is yours, okay? And then the game I'm going to talk about, because I had the tie call a couple weeks ago, I'm going to get this Giants-Washington game, the Sunday night game, going again. So, Tony, swinging it to you, Lions 6-7 at Jets 7-6. I believe the Lions are favorited -1.5 here. But let me go ahead and tell you a quick fun little stat before you get into this. Rookie of the Week has been given to a Jet 10 out of the 14 weeks this year. So week 1, it went to a Commanders. Week 2, it went to a Jets. Week 4, it went to a Jets. Week 5, it went to a Jet. Week 6, it went to a Jet. Week 7, it went to a Jet. Week 8, it went to a Jet. Week 9, it went to a Jet. Week 12, it went to a Jet. Week 13, it went to a Jet. And week 14, it went to a motherfucking Jet. And hey, Justin, just for fun, week 14, the Jet player that got Rookie of the Week was that Knight guy that you were talking about earlier.
Oh, okay, it's Darius Knight.
Yup. Zanavion or whatever the hell.
Yeah, it's
however-
Davion.
Yeah.
Hey, you see what Big E-Dub saying in the chat? My Dolphins got hustled, and for you Saints and Bronco fans just to sit at home and cry like you have all year, losers.
Oh,
Yeah, we got
Jesus.
Big Blue Jay in here. Let's go Giants. Oi, 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 oi. We got Matt Faraci in here. Jets have an amazing future.
They
Hang
do.
on.
Behind them.
Hang on.
Those Raiders do not. Come on, Matt.
Wait, we got
Come
our
on.
crying out of the way by week 7. Now we're just along for the ride, okay?
You guys are already eliminated for playoffs, so you guys are just playing
Yeah.
spoiler at this point.
Got the crying out of the way. Now we're just chilling.
Damn night,
Go
baby,
for them
man.
draft picks.
Damn night. That's what he's talking about. So, Tony, talk about this a little bit. Give us your lock for this Detroit Lions, who have been hot. They've won 5 out of the last 6 games going against the New York Jets, who have had 10 out of 14 weeks of Rookies of the Week. This team is got a bright future, like Matt said. Give us your opinion.
So strictly because of the comment that I'm seeing from Matt Faraci in chat now, I'm going to go with my first ever Detroit Lions lock. We're going to go Detroit Lions money line. We are going to go. You said Jamal Williams might not play, right?
Yep.
But the other Williams, the rookie, is playing, right?
Oh, yeah, Jamison Williams.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go anytime touchdown score there. But and then what was the over under on this?
The over-under on this, let me pop it up real quick, was 43.5.
So I'm taking the over on that. So Lions, money line, Jameson Williams touchdowns, and over.
Woo-hoo. I honestly like that. I might place that shit. Okay. Tony, great take.
Yeah.
Justin, swinging it to you. Bengals 9-4, still in the hunt for the lead division, or lead that division, and the Bucks that are leading that division at 6-7. What do you think this game's gonna be like, bro? Give us your lock.
Yeah, I'll be real, man. Bengals have been performing this year. Buccaneers, not so much. Let it be, media stories about Tom Brady this, Tom Brady that. I don't think so. I think Joe Burrow is the truth. And I think that a lot of his receiving core has stepped up, along with Joe Mixon and the backup Samaj Perine. I think that they go ahead and get the job done today. I think they cover the -3.5 with the ease. And I guess my lock would be minus the 3.5 for the Bengals. And Joe Burrow has 10 more touchdowns than Tom Brady on the year. Give me I think Joey B, as humble as the guy is, I think he's going to be coming in trying to little bro Tom, and I think he throws over 1.5 touchdowns.
So, boys, Argentina fans with their hands over their motherfucking heads because France is about to take a penalty kick. Not France, Mbappe, out of all fucking people. Let's see if he can tie it up. Justin, I honestly love your take. I think Joe Burrow is going to fucking have a heyday in this one. Maybe knock Tom Brady off the top of that division. We'll see. But Mbappe loads up. Holding it.
Oh, he kicked it.
Don't, dude. Don't. Let me watch. Mbappe loads. Go!
Damn, I wish it was the USA.
Let's go!
Shit.
Fucking Mbappe. Holy shit. Tom Brady versus motherfucking Pat Mahomes. You ain't lying. This is a fucking game. Tie game,
So-
3-3.
Justin and Jay corrected me. They said that Messi's or Ronaldo's going to be more of a Tom Brady. I'm going to say Messi's going to be more of like a Peyton Manning. He's not like the best, but he's one of the top quarterbacks ever.
Like he has records and has changed the game.
Yes.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So Manning versus Mahomes, that'd be fucking nuts if we got to see some shit like
Fire.
that, bro.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. So, sorry I had to freak out like that. Fucking, let's go Mbappe. Let's get into my Sunday night game. And last time I called this game, I was like, I don't need neither of these teams to win. I think they're going to tie. And it fucking hit. It literally hit. So, in this game, I like Washington. So, if we're looking at the spread here, and I believe this is the same. Sorry about that. The spread here for this Washington game is Washington -4. I do not like the -4. I'm going to take them money line -230. The over-under here is 40.5. I'm definitely taking the over because I think both teams are going to come out and fight till the end. But I do like a scary Terry McLaurin touchdown. I think that's going to be a lock. I think he's going to have a heyday. So I'm taking Washington money line, the over 40.5, and a scary Terry touchdown for the Sunday Night Football lock, man. My dad is still in the chat complaining the Dolphins don't have to use a second-string tight end to play QB, so why don't y'all keep losing and draft a QB and keep your mouth shut with your whooping 5 wins? Jeez.
That loss last night's hurting.
Oh, my gosh.
Damn.
You taking
Lost
Washington makes me feel so much better.
hurting.
Thank you, E. All right.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm
You
on
guys.
G-Min plus. I'm playing the tease up.
Why?
10.5.
So, Jason, I understand you feel this way about the Giants because you're a fan, but you guys have fallen off the wagon the last 5 weeks. You guys were like the favorite to go win the NFC East, and now you guys are tied at 7-5, barely hanging on to a wild card spot. Just saying.
So is Serge a Giants fan like I'm a Bills fan?
Let me ask you a question. Let me tell you. I asked Serge in our chat the other day. I said, "Give me your team," and he said, "I don't want to." And I said, "So Giants," and he said, "Yeah, I guess I can consider myself a Giants fan, and I'm just a really big Patriots fan, but I'm more of a Tom Brady fan." So I said, "Okay, I can respect it as long as you admit that you like the Giants more than the Patriots. I'll rock with it. You can fucking cheer for the Giants, but I don't ever want to hear him say the Pats are his favorite team because he admitted to me that it was the Giants."
Okay, so he's okay. So it's not the same, but I get it.
He said, A. Don Clark said, sounds like someone got a little salty last night. It does.
Mhm.
It hella do. It hella fucking do.
Those division losses will have you bitter.
So, fellas, before we get on out of here, let's talk about this $100 or $1,000 Christmas roller. We seen this on Twitter. I said, boys, this looks good. I like the idea that this guy has. So this guy said, bet number one, we're taking $20 to $35, $15 profit, whatever. But then the next day, we're taking $35 to $62. And then from 62, we're taking it to 110. From 110, we're taking it to 196. From 196 to 347. From 347 to 614. From 614 to 1,000. All within the last 7 days before Christmas. And I won't lie, me being a guy that loves to lay like $2.50 bets, laying a like $110 bet scares the fuck out of me. That scares me. But I've been riding with this guy. Bet number one hit $20 to $35. The bet was Tyler Lockett and Christian McCaffrey. So the guy laid Tyler Lockett 40-plus receiving yards, Christian McCaffrey 25-plus receiving yards. That shit smacked in like the first half, right? Then the second bet was Jaylen Brown for the Celtics and Joel Embiid for the 76ers. He laid Jaylen Brown to score 20-plus points and Joel Embiid to score 30-plus points, $33 for 61. Today is the third bet, and he's looking at Chris Olave and the Kansas City Chiefs. He does have research behind these, but today he's laying Chris Olave 40-plus receiving yards and the Kansas City Chiefs -6.5 alt spread, 61.51 for 101.24 to continue our Christmas roller. So today is bet number 3, $62 to 110, just around that area. If you guys are interested in riding, let me show you guys one more time what the bet is. Chris Olave, 40-plus receiving yards today versus the Atlanta Falcons, and the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Houston Texans. He has the Kansas City Chiefs -6.5 alt spread, $61 for 50 or 61.51 for 101.24. And you guys don't have to lay the exact amount he does. That's just his route to get to $1,000 before Christmas. You know what I'm saying? But Justin, tell us about any locks that you got today, man. I know you were interested in getting some plays out.
Yeah, the only one that I'm like really on is my teaser. I got Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, Detroit, and the Raiders on it. I went ahead and teased the spreads down, so I got Dallas Cowboys +1.5, Philadelphia Eagles -2.5, Detroit Lions +7, and Las Vegas Raiders +4.5. I went ahead and threw $12 on that to return a cool 40. I've been smacking those, man. The teasers are good. You pick a side of the spread that you want and tease it up to 6 to 8 points, and you can't really go wrong there.
Facts. So, breaking news real quick before I get to you, Tony. The Atlanta Falcons just put out a statement regarding Dean Pease, their defensive coordinator. Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator Dean Pease was involved in an on-field pregame collision. He was stable, alert, and responsive and has been transported to the University Medical Center in New Orleans for medical testing. Frank Bush will serve as interim defensive play caller for today's game. So, is that an advantage for today's Saints game? I don't know. You guys take it how you will. Just wanted to let people know that Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator will not be coaching the defense today. So, I don't know. Throw up for the Saints. Tony, what locks you got today, man?
Chat's getting spicy while I'm pulling this up. Go ahead and go over chat real quick.
Oh, fucking chat, man. So let's see it, man. Jags money line don't look bad at all. Serge, fuck you, man. Fuck you. That's all I'll say.
Go up a little bit to Big Blue Jay.
Uh-oh, Big Blue Jay. Jags money line. Thank me later. Fuck you, Jason. You already know. I'm telling you, Dallas is going to win by 30 today. E-Dub, 84-85. My pops are saying your high school team can win that division, Jay. That's how bad that division sucks. Hashtag Go Saints. Holy shit. Lil J responded and said, wasn't your division one of the worst a couple years ago and the NFC East? That doesn't matter. Get ready to get disappointed. Easy dub. And my pops also said you have been disappointed ever since you have been a Saints fan. Oh. Jesus. I mean, the guy, he used to be a Bears fan, so it could be worse. Like, I would choose the Saints over the Bears, but either way, it's like...
Didn't you used to be a Falcons fan or something like that?
Nah, he used to just like the Bears.
No, you.
Me? Nah, I guess you can... When I was younger, I used to be a real big Priest Holmes fan, so I had like a Chiefs Priest Holmes jersey.
It's the Chiefs. I think it's the Falcons for some reason.
Yeah, that was when I was like fucking 7, bro. That was a long ass time ago, and people love to bring that up, bro. I've been a Dallas fan ever since.
I'm about to expose myself after I give my lock, so just wait for that.
Tony, lock.
So, my lock for the day is Travis Kelce anytime touchdown scorer. Patrick Mahomes over 275 passing. Kansas City Chiefs minus 7.5. And Travis Kelce over 75.5 receiving. That's going to be my lock for the day. I'm pretty high on that one against Houston. Patrick Mahomes not going to take it easy on them. The only thing I'm worried about is if it's an absolute just shit show and the Chiefs shit on them and everybody comes out. So
okay,
that's what I am worried about. And then as far as exposing myself, my very first football team was the San Diego Chargers.
Yeah, I mean, you used to be you were born and raised in L.A., but
sorry about that,
I
homie.
see you was a big LT fan, huh?
It was Antonio Gates, actually. But yes, LT was a second for sure.
So when me and my dad and all of us lived in this cul-de-sac, we're from Colorado Springs, which is also the same place that Vincent Jackson is from. I went to the same junior high that he did. All of his records and shit were on the wall at Sproul and shit. So I used to live in this cul-de-sac next to a fire station, and I went to a fire station one time. We used to play in the parking lot and stuff, and there was this firefighter, and he was like, "Hey man, you guys like football?" And we were like, "Yeah, we do." And he was like, "My neighbor is Vincent Jackson." And I was like, "Oh, dope, like all of his records on my junior high wall." And like I was just talking to him, and he was like, "Yeah, last Christmas he came with Antonio Gates, and he's a really cool dude." So I was like, damn, like to think that Antonio Gates has like been to little old Colorado Springs and has like traveled around and like seen other things is dope as hell. So that's cool to know that was like your favorite player growing up.
Yeah.
My lock of the day, of course, is very biased. It's in this Dallas Cowboys Jags game. Like I said, we're gonna win by 30, and that's why this is gonna hit. So I have Tony Pollard, anytime touchdown scorer, hammer it. CeeDee Lamb, anytime touchdown scorer. I don't know who's gonna cover him. Dak Prescott plus 200 yards is probably the easy part of it. Ezekiel Elliott over 49.5 yards rushing. Tony Pollard over 49.5 yards rushing. CeeDee Lamb over 74.5 yards receiving. Michael Gallup over 25 yards receiving. Simple. And Dallas Cowboys minus 9.5. I put $2 on that bad boy for $75.
Yeah.
Simple. And it could definitely happen versus a mid-ass Jaguars team today.
So I'm just going to get on everybody's bad side right now. Y'all are all talking about Super Bowls in the chat, but I'm looking over all your teams, and I think my team has the most recent one.
You're also the worst
Am
team
I wrong?
out of all of us right now.
What? Say it again?
You're also the worst team out of everybody in chat and us right now.
Yeah, facts. Big facts. But I'm just saying, if we're talking Super Bowls, we got the most recent one. So
My dad said 1974, which is a good,
that was his last Super Bowl.
that was when they went undefeated, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was the undefeated Miami Dolphins.
Which is a good rebuttal. I could say 5 rings, which is also a good rebuttal. What does Denver have?
Yeah.
4?
3.
3 or 4, something like that.
96, 97, and 2015.
Justin, what's your rebuttal to that?
For what? The Raiders winning the Super Bowl?
Just, yeah, do you have a rebuttal to Tony talking jab about fucking us not winning Super Bowl
Hey,
anytime recently?
I wasn't in the chat, and he knows what the fucking Raiders be doing to the Broncos every year, buddy. You know, man. I mean, our time's probably coming because we've been waxing that ass for like 6 years now.
It's not. It's not. It's not coming. It's not. Neither of our times are coming with Patrick Mahomes in this division. I hope you know that. You and I are going to have a long next 10 years, bud.
I don't know.
Long next 10
The
years.
quarterbacks coming up are more like Pat Mahomes now than ever. CJ Stroud.
Yeah, so Broncos are stuck with Russell Wilson for the next 7 years. Raiders don't know what the fuck they're doing ever. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
Well, I'm
Good
getting.
morning.
I was like, I'm getting broke in on. So, you guys got
Right.
anything to say before we get out of here and go enjoy the rest of this beautiful Sunday?
thanks for tuning in, guys. Eric's got the party crashed, so we got to get on out of here.
There's some boo
Heck
boo.
yeah. Hey, thanks to everyone for tuning in. Enjoy your Sundays. Let's hope for a lot of touchdowns today, man. I don't want no boring football.
No, I want some good old-fashioned high-scoring barn burner games.
I'm trying to make Scott Hansen work today. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell yeah. I feel
Sounds great.
that. You
Oh,
gotta
man.
get Scott
Fucking
Hansen
running
gotta get
around.
his fucking money's worth, baby.
I'm going to tweet that. I'll tweet at him.
The
I know.
NFL, please make Scott
Yes, sir.
Hansen get his motherfucking work in today, boys. Well, everybody, this
All right,
was
well, I'm gonna go watch these PKs, and then I'm gonna go down and watch some football. So
holy hell. It is going in PK, man. This is wild. This was the Rick T pregame show with your boy El Prez, J Money, and TK22, man. We are out of here. We'll see you guys next week. Ready for playoffs. We out.
Peace.
peace.